And there was a Twitter feed going around today. It's like, name one actor or actress that if you see them and they're attached to a movie, it's an automatic no. A lot of people put Pedro Pascal. I know my good buddy TD did. I put Jack Black, but Pedro Pascal has to open his mouth again. And this is where the thumbnail, half the thumbnail all comes into this one article. Pedro Pascal pushes gender activism at Marvel's Fantastic Four premiere in Berlin. Now, we know Fantastic Four is coming out in the next week and a half. And he has once again used a major Hollywood platform to promote gender-related political activism. Now, we don't normally care about this if you're not promoting a movie. But the thing is, he does this whenever he's on panels promoting a movie that's about to come out. This is the same thing that Rachel Zegler was doing and why she got so much backlash, other than the fact that she's a dumb fucking cunt. But when you're promoting a movie, keep your promotion to the movie. Don't put your little social messaging in it. This is why the Oscars are failing and constantly losing viewership year after year after year. Is because whenever they give their thank you speeches, they always have to have a political or social agenda message tacked on at the end, or maybe the entire thing when it comes to all this. Gina Carano, I'm just going to go ahead and bring her up right now before we even go into this article. She was fired for a social media message that had nothing to do with promoting The Mandalorian, had absolutely nothing to do with promotion of the series, and she was fired. And it wasn't, and then they also forced her to put pronouns in her bio, which is gay as hell. But she made one little piece of socio-political commentary, and she was completely axed off the face of the planet as far as Hollywood goes. Now, the fans know better. We're all smarter than this. And this is why when her trial starts here in a month or two, at least that's when it was scheduled to start. It was scheduled to start in about a month or two. Whether or not it's been delayed, I actually haven't kept up with that. But this is why these kind of things right here are just fuel to the flames of the prosecutors on Gina Carano's side. While he's at the Berlin premiere of Fantastic Four First Steps, his next high stakes attempt to revive a struggling franchise. Well, it hasn't really been struggling. If you count Fan Four Stick from Colin Trevorrow, then that might be something. But it's not like the franchise is struggling. MCU is struggling because everything they do has these women boss things, and they've already come out and promoted anything about the movie as that it's a woman boss kind of thing. It just doesn't make sense. And Mr. Fantastic is Mr. Fan Lick the Dick Stick. Speaking from the red carpet in Berlin, Pascal told reporters it's important to protect people, especially those simply asking for the right to exist in bodies. Okay, so if it's a right, you don't have to ask for it. It's God-given. But the thing is, when you have to ask for it, that means it's not a God-given right.
Is he gay?
Who knows? I'm pretty sure he's bi. I think he'll swing any way that money pays. If you want to be completely honest, I think he's seen one up close. Especially those simply asking for the right to exist in bodies that belong to them and in the world that they never asked to be brought into. So in this one sentence, babe, let's unpack this. In this one sentence, they're asking for the right to exist.
I do that too.
Okay, but God gives us our God-given rights, and we exist. And in the exact, but this is where this becomes a two-parter.
But
this is where this becomes a two-parter. At the end of the exact same sentence, they never asked to be brought into. So is that a little underhanded comment about abortion? You should have killed them while they were in the womb. If only we had known they were going to be, before they were born.
So
we should have just killed them.
Or they don't want to change sexes. Is that what I'm getting at? They never wanted to be brought into it.
That's what he's saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's what
don't want to be gay.
That's what he's saying. Yeah, they didn't ask to be born in this body. They want to be something different. They want something else. They're asking for rights to be something that's completely aberrant to God's nature and to actual society and humanity.
Well, that makes no sense to me because I was born a woman and I love being a girl. It's my favorite thing in the world. I could not imagine being a man. That would just drive me crazy. Like, could you imagine being a girl?
No.
You
Unless
see the
it's-
emotions I go through every day.
Unless it's for Ryan Gosling. Yeah, my emotions are to powder sugar the back of my hand. The statement, although framed broadly, clearly references individuals who identify as a different gender than their biological sex. They identify because they've been coddled. They weren't made to drink hose water outside and get locked out of the house when they go play around in the neighborhood with neighborhood kids.
We're doing
Tromp
that
around.
to our children, by the way.
By the way, yes, we are. And have imagination. Their actual imagination that's productive to society.
Another iPad kids
Yes.
with filtered water. They got their Brita water.
Oh my goodness. Yes,
and
you
their
are
ice cubes.
100% correct about all this. We didn't have any of this when we were growing up. We went and played, and boys will be boys. That was literally like the catchphrase, the tag term for all of it. Boys will be boys, and girls will be doing all this other stuff. And then once you're outside and you've been sweating, you go take a shower, and mama cooks dinner, even if it is tuna helper or something like that. You all sit around the table, and then you get your gaming time. Then you get your TV time.
And then you go to bed at 8 p.m.
Yes, you have bedtimes.
Well, you're so tired. You've been outside all day.
And these kids nowadays, they don't have any of that anymore. Even when it was a treat to go out to eat. If you went to a sit-down place, a dine-in restaurant.
Arby's was a sit-down restaurant for me.
If you go in there, you have to be on your best behavior. And if you cause a fuss in any way,
Go to the bathroom.
there or in church, yeah, dad's taking you to the bathroom or he's taking you out to the car, and you're going to get a talking to and a spanking. But these kids don't have discipline anymore. And this is the new generation that now, and they're not drinking as much. They're just doing way more drugs. That's a different tangent for another time, and I am completely off from where I was, but we're still going. I can't see y'all if anybody's talking in the chat right now because I have the screen pulled up, but I will get to you. I trust me, and I promise you. So a gender who identifies a gender other than their biological sex. Well, this is the only imagination that they have, is to try to subvert science.
That's a mental disorder.
Yes, it's called retardism. It cause Pascal has championed consistently since 2021 when his brother Lucas publicly transitioned to a female and now goes by the name of a stripper. Lux Pascal. Yeah, well, I'm trying to make it a stripper name.
That's still a guy's thing.
Lux, but does he have a deluxe penis that he hasn't cut off yet?
So he just has an emotional feeling to it. That's why.
Well, he probably saw his brother getting butt fucked by a whole bunch of people and was like, ooh, that seems cool. Maybe I can do it even better than him. Because younger brothers normally want to outweigh and outshine their older brothers. That's where I'm staying with this right now. This is not PC at all. It's a very, very small. Oh, very, very small. So it's not deluxe. Vulnerable, inspiring, courageous, and brave community that fills me with a lot of inspiration. Therefore, it's very important to protect that. They would do that for us. Well, if it's very small, they wouldn't be able to protect anything. They can't even protect their own chromosomes. They can't protect anything that has anything to do with their emotions and logic. It's all fucked for them, and it's all fucked for you, Pedro. Your colors are, they're waving brightly in the breeze, but it's not going to shine that much longer for you, dude. Everyone is hip to what you've got going on and what you are pushing to people who don't want it. The people with the wallets that are pulling them out to pay for your movie tickets, they're not doing it anymore. And we will see that whenever Fantastic Four comes out. Now, as pointed out by Breitbart, Pascal's comments mark the second time in just a few weeks that he has used a high-profile Marvel event to advance his views on gender identity. And at the UK premiere of Thunderbolts, he wore a Project the Dolls t-shirt. Dolls being common slang for male. I didn't know this, actually. I usually just call them Dylan Mulvaney's, being common slang for male to female gender transitions. But here's the thing about all the gender transitions and what people claim is that it's just a claim. I feel this way, so I'm going to buy clothes, but in a feminine style. I'm not going to do anything to my body. I'm not going to shave off the Adam's apple. I'm not going to chop the mushroom tip off. No, I'm not going to evacuate my vascular system. I'm not going to do any of that other kind of stuff. No, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to like have my facial hair lasered off and then start putting on makeup and a dress. Bunch of fucking queers. While Pascal is certainly entitled to his views and enjoys the freedom to express them, his decision to make politically charged statements at the premiere of a film like Fantastic Four, a tentpole Marvel release, is bound to raise controversy. And that's why we're talking about this in the first place, is because he is putting all this other extra crap into advertising for a film that has nothing to do with that whatsoever. The film is actually about a based heterosexual male and heterosexual female who are married, have a family together, and she gets pregnant and has a kid. So why the hell in all of this is he talking about trans people? Makes no sense.